to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading. What's up, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn? Welcome to my channel. There will be 3 individual love readings for you all. Timestamps are right down below so you can hop right to your reading. Let's connect with my Taurus squad first. 4 of Pentacles. Are we holding back or are we holding back from someone or holding on to someone? What's going on with Taurus here? Give me the storyline here. You're moving away from it. So whatever this possibly a delay is, you're either making the steps to move forward to someone, or if you're holding on to someone, you may actually end up releasing them. So obviously this is going 2 different ways. So for a majority of my Tauruses out there, what's kind of the vibe of what's being held on to, or give me one clarifier here for what comes before the action. Ooh, all right. So a lot of you are putting up a wall with a Capricorn or vice versa. More than likely, you have a Capricorn who's putting up a wall for you, in which case you may be holding on to the idea of how good it could be, but in reality, it's not that great because their defenses are up. They're not opening up to you. They're not being vulnerable. They're not expressing how they feel. Now, if the Capricorn has been messaging, and I am saying specifically Capricorn for this reading for a reason, if the Capricorn has been messaging you and you've been needing to kind of take your time to think about it, I actually think there will be positive movement for the Capricorn, so possibly for the cross watchers. But yeah, if I just have to be super honest, I know this isn't the message everybody wants to hear, and it won't resonate with everybody, but if there's a Capricorn that it's like you're really holding out for them, I think universe's advice or guidance for most of you is going to be to move away from that, because yeah, something here isn't budging. And I do want to say, if it's not a Capricorn, whoever you are holding on to, and again, there's not a lot of back and forth. It's like, we went out once and it was so fun, but I haven't heard from them in weeks. If that's your case, it's saying there may be something going on here where the universe has set up some sort of obstacle in order for you to not get to this person, because ultimately it would be making a very unhealthy relationship, or it would be making sort of like an unhealthy or toxic relationship, or something about this person. I feel like currently, and energy can always change, but I feel like currently the universe is kind of like, ooh, not that one, if they're being represented by the devil. Now again, if it's a Capricorn who's interested in you and you are sort of contemplating, I think most of my Tauruses out there will decide to move forward with their Capricorn. So that's one random message. Let's tap into a new group of Tauruses, or tap into that energy, a new group of Tauruses. Taurus in love. That one came out first, so I have to have faith that it's going out to some people who need to hear it. What's the love situation looking like for my Taurus squad? Taurus in love. What's the storyline here? All right. So you're welcoming in communication from someone from the past, or you're thinking about communicating from someone from the past. So here's the thing. I have 2 queens here. So that could mean a whole multitude of different things. Let me throw some scenarios at you. If you very strongly, Taurus, you are an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns are my earth signs. However, if you are watching this for your rising sign, your moon sign, if you strongly resonate as air or fire, then that's the pairing here. Same-sex couples included, different genders, or however you want to say it, included as well. Now, if neither one of those are you, you may have options between earth signs and fire signs, especially females. I will say that, but it doesn't have to be. So that could, I mean, obviously, if there are 3 people here, you might be married, you might be getting over a divorce, you may be entertaining 2 people at the same time, right? There's a lot of factors that this could be. What the Queen of Swords is facing and ultimately welcoming in is soulmate energy or someone from your past. So again, this might be you, or if this is your ex is going back to someone from the past. Now, here's the thing. For some of my Tauruses who are trying to welcome back or reach out, communication being air signs, right? Or swords, I meant to say. If you are thinking of reaching out to someone from your past, especially a female fire sign, I feel like she is preoccupied with something else. Now, it could be a male too, but yeah, something with the fire sign of the past, these 2 are not looking at each other. This one's looking at her, but she's looking in another direction. So again, this can be different sexes, I'm not so much reading for gender, more so the elements of zodiac signs. But yeah, I do feel like this is you thinking or wanting to message someone from your past. I think you have smooth sailing to do so. There's no reason why you can't or shouldn't. But okay, but yeah, part of me does think this may kind of have a third party element to it. So even if it's not infidelity or cheating, and it won't always be, it might just be saying that person of the past who you think is single, they may actually be looking to build with someone else. So tell me specifically about the fire sign. If Taurus is inquiring about a fire sign, what can I tell them about the fire sign, please? They may be already working with a Leo, or if you are thinking of messaging a Leo, it will work. That's sort of how I see this. Or I shouldn't say it will work, absolutely, right? I mean, it's tarot. The general vibe I get, if you're dealing with a Leo, this could be very positive. If you are dealing with another fire sign, they may be looking to work with a Leo, or they could even be engaging in like flirtation or kind of friends with benefits type stuff with someone in their workplace. Double confirmation for those of you who are thinking about someone who also has a child, if they're a single parent. Something about that is coming through here too. So if Taurus resonates more as the air sign, what can I tell them about the air sign? You may have an air sign wanting to message you, especially for my Tauruses who are cuspy, like Aries, Taurus, cuspers. This might be you. In which case, you seem kind of happy doing your thing, hanging out with your kids, or doing creative projects, working on things around your house, or focusing on work, career stuff. You seem pleased as punch, but then I will say, if you have an air sign from the past who's messaging you, it could even be someone who you, interesting. I'm hearing almost like the idea of like pregnancy scare. That's such a loaded term, but someone who you may or may not have considered having children with in the past. Whether you did or not, something about that may resonate. If that person were to message you, Taurus, I feel like you would pay them no mind. I feel like you're not interested if, again, you resonate more as the fire queen here. So tell me about the air sign or whatever, whoever this is. There's a lot of people, so I mean, it is what it is. I can only read what the cards are telling me, but yeah, so this person made a poor judge of character, or essentially they thought the grass would be greener with someone else, and so when they broke it off with you or walked away, they thought that they were going to find healing. And the thing is, I think I don't know what this means, but it's like they felt better about themselves when they were with you. You might be dealing with an Aquarius here, especially because we do have double confirmations on the air signs, or Libra. Aquarius and Libra is coming through very strong here. Yeah, it's almost like this person chose to leave, and there was just like a naivete or something about, hopeless romantic, grass is always greener, or committal issues. Like the minute it got too serious, they dipped because they're like, I just want this to be lighthearted. Like I don't want any strings attached. Only the thing is, I think they miss you, hence why they're thinking about you. The thing is, I think they hold you in very high regard. They see you as the star, so not only is she naked and sexy, right? not to make this like a dirty reading at all. I mean, this is really a card of divinity and aligning to your North Star. It's taking a period of rest to kind of refocus on you. See, that's kind of what I think a lot of my Tauruses are doing right now, in which case I would just warn you that if someone from the past comes knocking and they kind of left you feeling some type of way that wasn't great, it could be that they're coming back almost as like a test from the universe to see if you let them disrupt your spiritual peace or your peace of mind. So, by all means, you have free will, guys. You can do whatever you want, but I would just caution you, if someone from the past comes knocking and they kind of left you high and dry, like they just upped and left and didn't treat you very well, right? I would just caution you that make sure you're not taking them back at the risk of disturbing your own peace, uprooting your life for this person who already kind of did you dirty once. For others of you, this could have just been like a misconnection, especially if this person moved a great distance from you. Maybe they're, swinging through town, or maybe they're moving back, or maybe their job or business trip brought them to your town or something. There may be a reconnection, in which case it feels very like it was written in the stars for you guys to connect again. But the thing is, this probably isn't brand new. It feels like something that started and stopped, and then it might come back around again. So those are kind of the two stories I have here. We'll throw some romance angels on it just to give me one more about this fire sign. And again, you pick your player, because I really have no earth energy here other than this guy over here, guy, girl, whatever. My intuition feels like most of you are kind of doing your thing and fairly happy about it. It doesn't seem like you are loving or desiring love and relationships out of a place of lack or codependency, right? It seems like you guys are kind of kicking ass, especially work-wise. So if that isn't you, put out your resumes or focus on your work, because good results are coming in that arena for you. But yeah, that's what gives me a little pause, because especially if you have an air sign messaging you, I'm not certain if you will even be interested in entertaining them. So, up to you, of course. Where are we at with this Fire Queen? So with Fire Queen chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here, and then religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this is coming out with my Queen of Wands. So again, pick your person. I don't know if this is you or your person, but there's good chemistry, but there might be like a difference of beliefs, or I sort of take the word religion and spin it in different directions, because it's not always like, Catholic, Jewish, like it's not always that, right? It can mean like your moral code, right? Your ethical code, it's almost like your dating code, what you're willing to receive in terms of love and romance. It may have changed, and so maybe this person is still stuck in the past of treating you like a side piece when you're like, that's hilarious. No, like I'm looking for someone much better, someone much more in tune with my energy. And then tell me about the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yeah, I kind of like that. And that's absolutely a potential. Ooh, that one's sticking out too. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. As I said, this one definitely has more of a vibe of someone returning from the past, and it could have been a slip-up or a misconnection because there was miscommunications, or someone wasn't completely upfront or truthful with how they were feeling, and so maybe it's almost like you lost it from your grip. I'm literally seeing like sand pass through your hands. It's like you tried to contain it, but it just kind of slipped out. Doesn't mean there isn't still some love and affection or adoration, however you want to say it. The star is like a very lucky card. It's like divine timing. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words. Mercury isn't in retrograde yet, is it? Anyway, ultimately, both these cards do indicate healing is what's due in this relationship. And I mean, I'll be honest, these cards aren't terrible. These cards say to me, like, yeah, if this is something you guys both really want, if you can get on the same page, yeah, it's a potential soulmate connection. So never say never, right, Taurus? All right, that's what I got for my Tauruses, my Taurus squad. I hope you guys are well. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm a tiny little channel. I'm the little engine that could over here. So especially if you resonate with these readings, tell your friends. Word of mouth is huge for me. They're free, right? Tell your friend to check out YouTube, The Intuitive Teacup, and hopefully I'll see them there. All right, let's go on to my second in line, Earth signs, Virgos. All right, what's up, Virgo? Give these a quick shuffle for Virgo. Let's connect with Virgo's energy. Virgo. I'm actually wanting to say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in yours, so you might be dealing with an earth sign. Virgo. Let's specifically cater these messages to Virgo's energy in love. What does Virgo need to hear in love? Give me a little storyline. Ooh, oh my God. And a storyline, I just got a whole novella. Geez. All right, so these two kind of came out separately. All right, so here's the thing. I actually see a lot of you, this is a unique message. A lot of you are working through a relationship in which there was a little bit of mistrust or infidelity. It could be that you were in a marriage and somebody started to get wandering eyes. And the thing is, this isn't everybody's story, and I'm not even necessarily condoning this. I'm just saying what I see is that you guys are in fact committed to each other. And so even though someone may have slipped up, maybe they sent a text but didn't act on those impulses, they sent like a flirty text or whatever, right? I actually see you guys wanting to work through the slip up, and maybe that was you, maybe it was your person, but so if that's your story, that's, in a sense, I think it's positive, because if you guys truly love each other, I don't think this is going to break the marriage or cause a breakup if you are not in favor of that result, right? This says to me, something was a little bit tricky, but it also says to me this was temporary. So whatever happened, it's over and done with. So if you're questioning your person of like, well, you cheated on me once, is it going to happen again? Again, for most of you, you need to follow your logic and intuition always. For most of you, I would say this person feels like shit because they know that they slipped up and screwed up. But in fact, it may have been with someone at work. Or when you were at work, away at work, right? Anyway, something about this is you guys may actually want to work through this. And again, certainly not everybody's message. If that were my message, I wouldn't be stoked to hear it. So again, you don't have to take that. You have free will. If that's not your message, don't take it. However, let's for those who do resonate with that, let's go ahead and push through this a little bit. So some of you are on the cusp of telling your person or confessing something that, again, you might not be proud of, but ultimately, that is a hopeful message if that is your story here. And for a lot of you, it seems like you guys already have kids together, and a lot of you are sort of it's almost like you're living too much in your head of like, well, what's going to happen to the house, and what'll happen to the kids, and what if we get a divorce? And like, the thing is, I think you're jumping way ahead of the storyline because you're assuming that there will be an ending here, when the thing is, here's the thing, I never am purposely setting the intention of reading for gender, but every now and then that does come up. Yeah, and so here's the thing, I'm actually getting, despite what you may be thinking, I am actually getting there may be a female in this scenario who, again, maybe took part in some side activity. The thing is, I think she's got a really solid husband who wouldn't want to bring an end to this. I think they're very committed to one another. So I will say the ending result of this is that I think you guys are going to continue to work together after you sort of bring some peace of mind and clarity to the situation. I think it's going to inevitably, there's going to be a little bit of a wedge in this relationship for a period of time. There's an emotional distance because ultimately this person has to gain back your trust or vice versa, right? So that's what I see happening here. And this might be with your Taurus or your Scorpio. And if that isn't, that could have been the other couple too, if that makes sense. Something about this, or a Gemini, actually. Those are the three major arcana I have. So Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini. Something about maybe a little side activity, people are feeling some type of way about it, but fours are like essentially security and safety zones and almost plateaus in a relationship. So it's almost like things got a little bit dull or boring. Maybe people were too busy at work and you were neglecting like your sexual life together, right? And so somebody got wandering eyes. I don't know if they acted on it or not. It's not really telling me, but ultimately, for a lot of you, it's like you are dealing with a man who is very committed to this marriage. So even for my same-sex couples, right? So whether this is the one who again, cheated or whatever the situation was, or this is who is the one on the receiving end of that difficult news, I think you guys will choose to work through it. That's the major message coming through here. Two very strong cards of Taurus for me as a reader. And this could certainly be male Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, all right, that was a very specific reading. Let's do one more for Tauruses. I'll have to remember to timestamp for both. If I don't, though, if you've made it this far, I would humbly ask, okay. See, I'll give you a new one. I would humbly ask that you remember to timestamp if I don't, just so other people reading this, if that's not their story, they can hop right to it. Anyway, and I would appreciate it. Oh, Lord. Taurus, your cards are just like these. You got a lot going on. So the Leo is defensive, or you're questioning the Leo. What's the overall? Or something about bringing the relationship into a more sexual territory. If you are casually dating but haven't slept with them, it seems like you're really going within to contemplate when the right time is, or it's your person, right? Knowing my Virgos, it's probably your person. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, all the same cards came out. No shit. Interesting. Okay, so all these came out with a tower. So, oh gosh, so that kind of contradicts what I said, actually. I feel like universe just kind of was like, nope. So here's the thing. I don't do fear-based readings, but I also feel like there's a message where and you're going to have to go back if you just joined on the second one. In fact, do I even timestamp the different ones? I don't even know. Anyway, let's move through this. If the first message I did, you were like, no, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me. Are you sure? Because in which case, this could be a tower moment that's coming into your life that is a huge wake-up call or a huge awakening. And I guess others of you, it's saying, and I actually do like that this came out because, again, I am one person out of a million out there, and I'm not here to judge or, reprimand you by any means, right? I'm here to read your tarot cards in a very, what is the word? Not taking sides. Do you understand what I mean? However, I'm looking at this realistically, and the empathy inside of me is kicking in, saying, like, if I were to put myself in the shoes and someone confessed to me, like, hey, we've been married X amount of years, but I cheated on you, I wouldn't just be like, oh, okay, babe, no problem. Like, I would be like, are you, do you know what I mean? Like Mars energy, anger, frustration. So I guess part of me thinks this card came out too to underscore the fact that you are going to be angry, and rightfully so, right? Again, totally empathize with that. The cards are saying to me, this is an awakening and illumination. So yes, this could be a divorce, but I'm still going to stick to what I said though. If you guys really love each other, there's no reason why this couldn't work out, but it's important to look at why that person acted in the way they did, or why that person was seeking side activity, or whatever the situation was, because ultimately there's something to be learned there. Like there's something lacking in terms of what you guys have together that made this person want to look elsewhere. Doesn't mean it can't be refixed or fixed or rebuilt, right? But I think there's a need to actually look at the greater meaning behind what is happening, rather than just like, oh, they cheated and blah, 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 but we're over it and we're fine now. It's like, well, why? And I mean, I know the ultimate reason why, but I think psychologically you're being asked to look into this deeper so that you can understand where your person was coming from. That's important, because I think, again, the empathy, it will help you to put yourself in their shoes and understand. So again, I want to be clear just for my own peace of mind. I'm not condoning this behavior, but I see it happening and people are human, and like, you know, let's not be naive. This happens a lot. So I think it is saying to me, there's a need to look closer as to why this was happening, because it could highlight an area you guys really need to work on in the relationship if you choose to stay together. Others of you absolutely have no interest in staying with this person, and that's what the Tower is. It's like, kaboom, that just exploded, and now I'm done. I'm going to commit to someone else or my life, or I don't know. The thing is, I don't see this marriage ending. I have to be honest, I just don't. I see this as a cycle completion of getting rid of... I could also see this as someone confessing their truth about sexual activities that were, again, outside of a committed relationship. Anyway, I see this as moving into a new cycle in your relationship where you have a greater understanding of what each other needs to feel satisfied in a relationship. And I stick to it, you know, like could this end in divorce? Absolutely. But for a majority of you, I don't see that. So anyway, let's move on. I'm going to give you one more, Taurus, because literally all the same cards came out. That was weird. That was so weird. Something with a water sign. A water sign who has mommy issues. No offense, cross-watchers. A water sign, and that could be you too, Virgo, but someone who has mommy issues. A lot of them. 9 of Swords. Or a mother who's impeding on your relationship. Someone who's very clingy, or someone who, I don't love this expression, but almost like wicked stepmother vibes. That's sort of what I'm getting. So just be wary of that. Okay. One more for Virgo. Ooh, you got a divine pairing. King and Queen of Cups, but they're not looking at each other. So this is probably representing you and the person you're with, or the person you're dating and interested in. The spark is there, especially like the sexuality, the passion, the excitement is there, but we got to get you guys looking at each other again, because again, this could feel like something that either plateaued, or you're both at this mutual sense of interest. I like this, I do, but you're both looking elsewhere. Like ideally, I would have loved to seen these two come out looking at each other, but they are a couple in theory, right? By their elemental pairing, not by gender. I just want to be clear about that. So if you, again, this is kind of like a similar message though. If you are in a marriage that's very unhappy, someone may be getting wandering eyes. So if anything, might be saying nip it in the bud. Like if you're having issues and you truly want to fix it, or start anew, you know, Ace of Wands. For others of you, if you are completely single and looking, I would put my bets on water signs, especially for those who are interested in both genders. I could definitely see that. You may have a choice between water signs. And even if you're just interested in males or females, nonetheless, multiple water signs coming in, and this would probably be something new, okay? Virgo, that's what I got for you. Virgo, I feel like I called you Taurus earlier, so if I did, I'm sorry. It's because I keep seeing Taurus cards in your reading. Yeah, something with a Taurus, with the High Priestess underneath, Taurus and Cancer, but also, you know the deal. And again, something with the mother. The Earth sign and something about the mother. I don't know if there's an unhealthy connection, or it could even be an inheritance or something like that. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's do my third and final Earth sign. Capricorns, what's up, guys? Happy birthday. It's almost Aquarius season, so bask in the glory of your month. Your birthday month. All right, let's tap into Capricorn's energy. Capricorn, what does Capricorn need to know in their love and romantic life right now? Capricorn, let's do it. Okay. Ooh, Justice. So some sort of new contract coming in. Or you may actually be ending a contract, so I mean, maybe a marriage contract, a relationship contract, but you're not sure. This is like you're trying to envision what life would be like without this person before you end it, and yet you're very conflicted. Especially if you are married to a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you're not married, it's indicating it almost feels like marriage, like you guys have been together for a long time. I'll do another reading because I know this isn't for everybody, but let's see. For others of you, you are entertaining, I'm hearing like open up a can of worms. So you're entertaining, allowing someone back into your life who ultimately there was probably some strife, some struggle, some challenges, some confusion with. The thing is, I think you guys chose to end it, or somebody chose to end it. Sorry. So sorry. Oh, my Capricorn just texted me. Oh, how cute. Anyway, sorry, refocusing. I think whoever the pieces and the players were, very likely involving a Libra or a Taurus, or again, a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. Anyway, at one point in time, you guys chose to move away from them, or vice versa. They ended and moved away from you. But you always both kind of thought about each other because it felt like it ended, but it wasn't like a clean break. It felt like there was some lingering baggage, but like loose ends is how I would describe it. This is like, it's right smack in the middle. So even when you ended something, we're like, that's it, we're done, I'm moving on. It's like, oh, but I miss them. Or if it's not that, it's like, I'm mad that I never got to say this. Like there's some sense of you two fives. Fives are like, you're right smack in the middle of this. So even if this is a relationship that ended like 6 months ago, you still thinking about them, aren't you? That's what I get from this. And the thing is, I think they're doing the exact same thing. Now, there's a lot of messages coming through here, Capricorn. So, I mean, ultimately, that's the main one. I don't know if you've decided whether you're going to take this person back or not. And as I always say, you have free will. You can do whatever the hell you want. These are just messages that you can utilize or choose not to. Some of you, it seems like this person moved on and got married very quickly. If that's the case, I still feel like you were like, well, why wasn't I good enough? Why wasn't I the one? I still think that they think about you though too, so I'm not sure how solidified this marriage is, especially involving a fire sign. So if it's not your fire sign, it could be that your fire sign often married and you know what I'm trying to say. Your person, despite their zodiac sign, they may have gone off to marry a fire sign or be in a long-term relationship with a fire sign. Even if that's the case, it's very sexually driven, but I don't know if there's enough substance for this to be a lifelong commitment or something long-term. Others of you, this message, I don't know why it's coming up in terms of your job, but this message still stands too. You may have up and left a job and you're like, that's it, I'm moving on, they're not paying me enough. And then it's like once you leave, you're like, oh, but my benefits were so good there, and oh, I miss my work fam. And so just be careful in making very snap decisions, which Capricorns by nature don't typically do that, but there could be something triggering you in your planet, you know, depending on where your Mars is or Uranus or something about like something like that in your birth chart. You may up and make a snap decision to end or cut something. If you do that in haste, I have to be honest, I don't do fear-based readings, but I do see you have a sense of like regret, or I should have given it a little bit more energy, or I should have put a little bit more, given it like one more go around, especially with the fire sign. A lot of you, it's like, even though you're separated from them, there could be a long-term commitment with an Aries, Leo, Sag. The thing is, I want to pull one more card on this, but it's not telling me. What it's telling me is you're in the thick of the mental process of this. Like, I've technically cut it, but now I'm at a standstill between looking to the past and looking to the future. What you want to do is move on, but I think you guys are really struggling with that, and I would say that is mirrored in your person. The scales, right? There's equilibrium there, right? Again, a card of Libra, if that makes sense to anyone. But I think your person is going through the same thing, so might I be so bold to say, break the ice, talk to your person from the past, see where they're at, if you want to, right? Give me, on that scenario, give me some romance angels. What is the main message for Capricorn on that? Ooh, love it when they fly. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. To recapture, right? So probably not something brand new. So for Capricorn, let's do one more reading. In fact, should we use a new deck? I don't know. Yeah, a lot of you are moving towards healing. 8 of Wands to the 3 of Swords. Moving, again, the card of Libra or Sagittarius, moving to heal something, to mend something, to fix something. And again, that could be a family member too. Just putting it out there. There's healing with a Sagittarius or a Libra. All right, Capricorn, one more message. Playfulness. Yeah, this card's cute. This makes me smile. Oh, look, and you got kind of like a soulmate card. Or if it's not a soulmate, again, it's reaching some sort of milestone in a relationship, but it's pretty significant and it's positive. Ones always indicate growth and upward movement, so I mean, anyway. So that, and even, I wish I had kept, oh wait, there it is, it's peeking out. A lot of times in tarot, you just kind of look for funny synchronicities in the cards. I don't know if you guys can see this, but they're on like this little swing together, and these what do you call them? The sides of the swing, like the ropes of the swing. They even kind of look like this four of wands. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that just feels very symbolic. Yeah, I just like that a lot. That's very hopeful, the thing from the past. And then you have the wish fulfillment showing. So, all right, let's connect with a brand new group of Capricorns. We're going to leave that other message aside. What else does Capricorn need to hear in their love life, please, for Capricorn? Capricorn, I see a Gemini. Although it might be your mother or somebody in your family who's a Gemini. All right. Oh. Hey, I wanted to be seen again. Oh, guys, this is so cute. I love when you guys get cute readings. So much more fun and happy to read. Soulmate, wish fulfillment. Temperance is a card of Sagittarius. It's an angel of healing. It's Archangel Michael, who happens to be the angel of love. It feels like divine guidance working in your love life, and it is quite literally strong. There's strength to this relationship. It's hardy. It's lasting. It's something that could serve you for many years to come. This is also a card of Leo. This, to me, as a reader, is also a very sexual card without being like very explicitly sexual. There's definitely like a kind of like taming our inner beast. Do you know what I mean? There's like a very carnal desire to that card. So you have all three fire signs. You have Aries, Leo, Sag, and you do have wish fulfillment. So certainly this won't be everybody's message, but I mean, if you're just peeking in to see, say you have a crush on one of the fire signs, even if your wish fulfillment is just a date, them asking you out, I would say it bodes very well. It sets you up for a solid foundation to blend cups, and I'm just going to say to enjoy the playfulness of what could come with your fire sign. That looks really good. All right, Capricorn, that's what I got for you this week. So next week, I think I'm going to do Lil Sip's mini money tarot. So it'll be kind of this very short form type of thing. But I didn't get to your mid-monthlies this month. I got busy. I was living life. So I'm going to do like a mini reading just for money, career, finances. Very simple, very basic. But that will be next. When do I do Earth Signs? Wednesday. So I'll see you next Wednesday for that. And then I will start your February monthlies. Thanks for joining me, Capricorn and Earth Signs, if you made it this far. Like, share, subscribe. Word of mouth is huge for my channel. I'm like the little engine that could over here. Just trying to gain more subs. So yeah, if you could spread word of this channel to your family, friends, etc., I would appreciate it. I will see you guys next time for more tarot. Bye.